Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Tuesday, September 15th, corporate quarterly tax day. Yes, and that applies to me too. Had to pay quarterly corporate taxes today. That is not fun. Speaking of corporation taxes, which I have been speaking about now for a while, and yesterday I told you to go to my Twitter page, and I had a graphic up there of corporation income tax flows. They flipped negative, and today's data, I mean, big time, significantly down year over year. We are now down 32 billion versus last year. Now, mid-July, when tax payments became due once again, those income tax payments shot up over last year. And they stayed up. This was the thing. It's, I was looking at these trends. The corporation income tax flows were positive year over year, all from mid-July on, all through August and into the beginning of September. And then they started to turn over. I was talking about daily corporation income tax deposits started to fall relative to last year, and then they flipped negative a couple of days ago, and now they're big time negative, down 32 billion. So, I mean, we'll see next month. We will have to wait till next month to see if I'm right or not on the reading of this, because next month we will get the September economic data. Remember, I'm ahead on all this stuff because I see all this stuff real time. I'm able to see what's going on. The economic data is like 30 days old. Sorry. So there's a Fed meeting tomorrow. The Fed's probably going to talk about it's going to keep rates low now for a long time to generate inflation, which, like I said yesterday, that's not going to happen. I mean, if low rates were the way you generate inflation, then Japan would be having skyrocketing inflation. They'd be having hyperinflation right now. And if high rates squashed inflation, then a country like Turkey, which has the interest rate at 1,000%, that would have zero inflation, and that's not the case. They have high inflation, and they have a very, very weak currency. So, I mean, the Fed has it wrong. The Fed is going into what I call the Japan trap. I talked about that yesterday, where low rates are going to keep inflation under wraps basically forever, as long as rates stay low. Now, we do have the fiscal side, which is lifting prices, but it's kind of like you have these two opposing forces. You have the Fed policy, monetary policy, keeping inflation down, and fiscal lifting inflation a little bit. And right now, fiscal is winning out, but it's going up slow because you have monetary policy. The Fed doesn't get it. I mean, it's right there in front of the freaking face, in front of their faces. You look at Japan, they're like, how can we raise inflation? We better cut rates even more. Then it goes down even more. You look at the whole history of inflation. From the time in 1981 when the Fed started to cut rates after Volcker jacked it up and jacked up inflation with rate increases, once they started cutting, we have 40 years of evidence that inflation has come down with rates. And they're still thinking they keep rates low, it's going to go up. It's just totally bogus, ridiculous. So tomorrow we get the end of the meeting. I don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be volatility. You're going to get some pop in stocks, then maybe a drop. I think the dollar still is in a corrective phase where you can see a little bit more upside, but the major trend is down. I sell the rallies. Gold is in a holding pattern right now. Ultimately, it's going to resolve to the upside. Saw some data in oil today in the API oil's release. Almost a 10 million barrel draw. I talked about this yesterday, that producers have been buying the dips. They're short, but they've been reducing their short position. So we'll have to see the EIA report tomorrow. Hey, I saw something really interesting today. Let me just end with this. The rapper Ice Cube, maybe some of you saw this. I put it on my Twitter. I put on my Facebook page, the rapper Ice Cube, gangster rapper, right? Made his fortune straight out of Compton, that whole scene, right? He posted something online, said, hey, look, the United States is a currency issuing nation. There's no reason people should be living like this. I mean, he's alluding to high poverty rates, people out of work, low income. You have to have 2-income households because the minimum wage is not enough to live on. Not enough money for infrastructure, not enough money for healthcare, always not enough money, except when we're fighting wars, obviously. But he gets it. That was a pure MMT, understanding that he stated right there. The guy's a rapper. I mean, you don't hear Fed officials talking like this. You don't hear Wall Street economists echoing these truths. The guy's a rapper. I mean, if he understands it, everybody should understand this. It is obvious by now. It is obvious by now. He said the system is set up whacked because we allow banks, which are private for-profit enterprises, to basically dictate money creation in our economy via credit. That's where the banks gain. He said that doesn't need to happen. And he's right. So incredible. Ice Cube knows it better than all these idiots out there who profess to be, we're very serious people. Sad. All right, everybody. Go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. Sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. Remember, I'm the only one who has an applied approach to MMT. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.